Divi versus Beaver Builder. Which one should you actually go for? Stick around because we're going to break this down in plain language without all the confusing tech jargon that usually makes people tune out. And before we get into it, quick heads up, you can get the best price available for the WordPress builder that I personally recommend by checking out the link in the description below or just by scanning the QR code that pops up on screen. Okay, so let's start with what we're even comparing here. Divi has been around forever, and it comes from elegant themes. It's not just a page builder, but more of an entire ecosystem with a huge community backing it, tons of templates, and loads of built-in design options. You can literally spend hours customizing the tiniest little detail if you're into that kind of thing. Beaver Builder, on the other hand, is not trying to throw a million features at you right away. It's simpler and it's got this reputation for being super stable, which is why a lot of agencies love it. Now, when we talk about performance, this is where people usually start arguing. Divi gets a lot of heat for being heavier because it does load more code with all those design features. And yeah, if you're on some cheap hosting plan or you're cramming plugins into your site, you might notice it slow down a bit. Beaver Builder is leaner, so it usually runs faster out of the box, but if you have decent hosting, both of them run smoothly. It's usually not the builder that kills your site speed, it's everything else people pile on top. Now, pricing is one of those areas where the decision isn't so straightforward. Divi is part of the Elegant Theme membership, so either you pay yearly or just buy lifetime access once and never think about it again. And that comes with all their themes and plugins, which is a nice bonus. Beaver Builder is more flexible in the sense that you can start free and see if you even like it before paying a dime. Just keep in mind that the free version is super limited. Then if you upgrade, the pricing depends on how many sites you want to use it on and whether you need advanced features like white labeling. So you'll have to keep an eye on pricing since it can add up pretty fast. I personally prefer just getting lifetime access and not having to think about it again. Something a lot of people overlook is who these tools are actually best for. If you're a blogger or someone who just wants a nice looking website without touching code, Divi makes sense. It gives you so much design power in one package that you can literally just drag stuff around and end up with something polished. But if you're building sites for clients or you need something reliable where you can hand off editing to someone else without worrying they'll break the site, Beaver Builder might be the safer bet. And if you know a bit of coding, you can push it further without fighting against its system. Now let's talk about the user interface, because this is where the differences really show. Now, Divi's builder is visual and right there on the front end. You're dragging, dropping, tweaking sliders, and it feels like you've got a full creative studio in front of you. It's exciting, but it can be overwhelming at first, especially with all the pop-ups and settings. Beaver Builder keeps it simple. You've got a side panel, you drag modules over, and it just feels uncluttered. That can be nice for beginners, but if you really want depth and creative control, Divi gives you far more room to grow. So if you want to go all in on design freedom and don't mind spending time learning a tool that can really shape your site exactly the way you picture it, Divi is going to make you happy. Beaver Builder does keep things simple and run smoothly, but in the long run, that simplicity can also feel limiting. Divi, on the other hand, gives you far more creative control and flexibility as your site grows. And again, if you decide you want to give Divi a try, you can get the best price available by checking out the link in the description below, or you can scan the QR code on the screen right here. Okay, so let me ask you a question now. Have you tried either of these builders? Are you leaning more toward Divi's design flexibility or Beaver Builder's clean simplicity? Or are you still stuck trying to decide? Drop a comment down below.